Good afternoon, everybody. I'm glad everybody can be with me. And Jan from New York City saves money. Just thought I would come on here live for a few minutes. I'm not going to be on here for a real long period of time, but I just wanted to come on, both of us, basically just do a random talk. If there's anything that you might want to ask or that type of thing, please feel free. Um, let's see. Right now, we have no viewers, so I don't know. I guess I just sit back and wait. Okay, wait a minute. Two popped up. That's good. Okay, here we go. Sunset. Haha. Was just on Jan's channel. I don't know if you can see that on your end or not, but
No, for some reason I don't right now see the comments. No.
I have it set to where you can. I don't know. I don't get that.
I know it's not showing. Let me see something. I'll try some here. Aha. So I have to tap it on my end. It's fine. Hi,
You got it?
Sunset.
Yeah, she just said she was on your channel, so that
You were? Good. Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
hmm Um, oh, I meant to mention to Sunset. She had left me some tips or topic ideas to talk about. I think last week, I think it was. I like what I saw, and I'm definitely going to keep your suggestions in mind. What I'm going to do is, since we are getting, we're kind of like halfway through the spring, you know, season, when we get into like summer, I'm definitely going to take those tips that you had wrote to me and make um, topic matter out of that. So I'm just waiting for the right time.
Some of the most amazing stuff comes right from the viewers. It's just incredible.
Yeah, because sometimes I, be honest with you, there's times that I just don't know what to talk about. And I just have to pull something out of a hat and just, you know, come up with it. Or in a case like this, I turn the table to the subscribers so they can ask me, ask you anything specific, you know.
Absolutely. They are amazing. Looking to freshen up my apartment, went to the dollar store. Odd Lots will hang cheap paintings of the beach. Brought a basket of seashells. I love seashells.
Yeah. No, I'm aware that they were just suggestions, but I do like what you sent, and I'm definitely going to take some of them into consideration when the time is right. Um, oh, you have odd lots. Okay, I have big lots here, and I've also got Dollar Tree across the street from, or a little shopping mall over there. I've got a Dollar Tree, Five Below, which is like a $5 store and below in cost. Let's see. Oh, hi Tony. Hey, I love your channel. Steve will check into Jan's.
Thank
You
you.
should, and you cover a lot of different things. Especially, with grocery stockpiling, frugality,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
budget.
So kind.
Richard, there you are. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad you could. I'm glad you could pop in. Let's see. Good to see you this afternoon. I'm glad you're here. Let me see. I am fascinated with color therapy. Color makes all the difference.
Hmm,
It
I
does.
agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Richard, have your notifications been coming in a little better in general? Just curious. on my premiere the other day, a lot of people, my premiere video was almost over and people were finally getting their notification. That was just like so disheartening. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because I tell everybody, not only do you want subscribed lit up, but you want to make sure that little itty bitty bell right beside
Right.
is illuminated or tapped on. That way, if you get a notification, it'll come through just like that. Otherwise, oh, you got it by email. Okay, that's good. I'm glad that, you know, that I'm glad that that went through okay. Um, yeah. Hmm. Well,
Can I mention something about Saturday night, Steve?
yeah, if you want.
Okay, if you like to, guys, we have a wonderful taping. We just got through taping with Money Mom and Lynn Wilson, At Home with Lynn Wilson, and Steve and myself. Great show. It'll be on 9 o'clock Eastern on my channel. So if you can get over there this Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Hmm.
Everybody offered some amazing tips, I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that me being, you know, being a part of that, I tried to give, a few extra tips here and there that are good. Of course, I mentioned, a couple recipes. Both of the recipes in which I did a video on. So so be on the lookout Saturday. Be tune in to definitely watch for it. I think you'll really like it.
And other surprise repurposes from you, Steve. Don't forget that part. Amazing.
So Sunset writes here, I meant Big Lots. Yeah, I was about to say Odd Lots. I like the sound of that. That could be a very interesting name for, um, a dollar store. I don't see why it wouldn't
It
work.
does
Odd Lot.
exist in this area. Odd lots exist in my area.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
I see. I never knew that. I will buy cheap beach paintings from Amazon. Bought beach themed table covers from the dollar store today. Jan was just talking about this today too.
Thank you, Tony.
Yeah, I just described to Jan Shan. I love living frugal. Also, Steve, I tried the Angel Food pineapple. Oh, you did. Oh, great. You know what? I have to tell you, Tony, I've never made that recipe before. But when I saw all it is two ingredients, the pineapple, canned pineapple, and the angel food, and that's it. I said, this is a no-brainer. I said it's budget friendly because if I'm going
Wow.
to do any type of recipes and share with you guys, I'm definitely going to share one that it's not going to be all that expensive, $10 and below. If I try to stay,
Yeah.
I try to stay conservative or frugal, quote unquote, when it comes to that. Yeah, and Tony, what I also learned from a couple of commenters is another person made the same recipe, but instead of using the pineapple, they used lemon pie filling, the canned lemon pie, and they said it turned out good. And I guess when it comes to this particular angel food recipe, you could probably use whatever you want because angel food is a blank canvas. You can go anywhere with it. You can cherry, lemon, pineapple, orange, blueberry, strawberry. I mean, you could just go anywhere with
And I
it.
noticed something, Steve, and everyone, that people tend to use angel food cakes a lot, like on Memorial weekend and 4th of July weekend, because you could take
Mhm.
like your whipped cream, you could put, color, food coloring, whatever. I love your recipe, Steve. Simple works for me and affordable too.
Yeah, like this morning, I didn't know what to put up for my recipe Tuesday. And I thought, well, instead of me doing an actual recipe, I thought, okay, well, I'll just do hard boiled eggs in a slow cooker.
method. Yeah.
I mean, how easy is it to just take your water and your eggs, you set it down in there, you put a lid on it, you set it on high for a couple of hours, and that's basically it. I myself like to sprinkle a little bit of salt because it helps peel the peeling. You know, once you get past underneath the shell, there's like like a membrane or a skin. If you can get a hold of that and peel it, it'll just come right off.
So true.
Let's see. Richard asks, "Are bundt cakes hard to make? I never tried to bake
Nope.
one."
Nope. Okay. Stephen, Richard, and everyone else. If you have a bundt pan, all you need is a pan and just follow the box cake directions. That's it. Just that easy. It's really basically a shape. Okay. And they do sell, cake mixes maybe specifically for bundt. And that's you just follow the instructions. Very easy, but you need the right pan.
See, I didn't know that. See, this is where he and I are in the same boat more or less because
That's okay. This was a good question.
I mean, I've made tons of cakes in the past, but I've never made a bundt cake, and yeah, and that makes sense if you have the pan, because it's got the ridges in it, and when I get an opportunity, I'm with you, Richard. I'm definitely going to consider um, baking a bundt cake. I've eaten several.
Oh, Steve, you would have loved my mom's. My mom used to make a chocolate coconut one. Oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Now, Tony said, yep, I have a carry in for Memorial Day. Definitely bringing it. And by the way, those Dollar Tree type stores, they sell, if you could get a really good cake carrier, this is the time to get them because they're going to snatch them up before, the weekend holidays.
Oh.
You're welcome, Richard. Anytime.
Well, Richard, that's okay that, not being much of a cook or a baker. Like I said, you can always get with me if you ever want to, if you're ever curious about making a certain something, a certain dish, if you might be uncertain about certain ingredients, you can always get with me, and you can always we can always work that out, no problem. But as long as you follow, say, a cookbook recipe or the box of a cake recipe on the back, you should be okay. I mean, there's not really,
Yeah, stick to the basics. You're better off in the beginning time working with box cake mixes, and it'll guide you along. And then as time goes by, if you want to go to the old-fashioned measuring everything out. But I'll be honest with you, with the wonderful flavors they have today, you could do very well with the box cake mixes. If you want, you could make it more richer. Instead of using water, use milk. Instead of using oil, use butter, like the way our moms might have done.
I'm a butter person.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a butter person. Let's see. Tony says, I have a question for you guys. I am on disability and work part-time. How much of an emergency saving should I start saving? Oh, that's good.
That is a good question. I have a suggestion. Whatever you can, and that sounds very vague, but start from the beginning. Ask yourself, why don't we start with a half a month's worth of expenses, then work your way up? Anything you could save. I like to break things down into little baby bites that are manageable, and I have many videos about that. Like, for example, my $1 a day. But if you're talking about emergency funding, honestly, I would aim for trying to save $100 a month. So that's just $25 a week. And there are so many ways that you could cut corners. We don't realize how much we're throwing away. So I don't mean you specifically, but any one of us just throwing away money so fast. If we could figure out where the money is leaking and hang on to that $25 a week, you got your $100 a month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, hey, Paula.
Hi,
Good
Paul.
to see
How
you
are
too,
you?
man. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, good suggestion. I was, you and I were pretty close on the same wavelength. You said 25 a week. I was going to say 20 a week, but we were pretty close. Um, but I will say this about starting or saving an emergency fund. From month to month, things can happen, things can change. Not everything is carved in stone. So if you're not able to save 25 in a certain week, even
Absolutely.
10 even $10,
Kudos for anyone that's trying. Let's just
anything.
read Richard. What did Richard just say, Steve?
Jan, I started your $1 a day 8 days ago.
Yay, congrats. See, you're $8
You
ahead
know,
already. Look at that.
let me tell you that Richard, that dollar a day
You're welcome,
thing,
Tony.
you would be very amazed as to what would happen. A dollar at the end of a month. It doesn't sound like a lot, but you have $31.
It's half a tank of gas.
So if you think about, let's say, I know in your case you walk. I know you know in your comments you do a lot of walking, and that's great. But let's say in my case, I might need fuel for my car, but I got that $30 set aside. And based on the way gas prices are right now, that would give me at least a half a tank of gas if I'm on empty.
That's right.
If I'm not on empty and say a third of a tank, that'll give me two-thirds, almost three-quarters of a tank. And I have a four-cylinder car. I've got a 2005 Toyota Camry. So that car, between highway and city, I get about 30, 31, which I think is great.
That is good.
So, that's what I drive. So let's see. Tracy says, "Hi to you both. I'm actually making extra money as I speak. 11 straight days around clock doing home care for my client. What a boost to savings." Oh, sure.
Yay, kudos. Another kudos. I love this. This is great.
And then Sunset says, "My neighbors spend 200 per month on cable TV. Phone package equals a used Cadillac at the end of 10 years."
There you go.
If we're going to talk about Cadillacs,
Uh-oh.
please don't. I've owned three real Cadillacs, not what you have out today. A 66, a 74, and an 80. I've owned three.
Beautiful. Oh,
And if you're going to own a Cadillac, spend the money right and go get you one of those. That's all I'm going to say. You'll thank yourself in the end. Easier to repair.
thank you, Tony. Take care.
I have a name. I have a name for a Cadillac that's built these days. Unfortunately, based on being live, I cannot reveal it. I would have to send it to you through email, but I will not reveal
Fill
it.
in the blanks, right?
Yeah.
It was so sweet of Tony. Thank you very much, Tony. You take good care. Enjoy your evening.
See, Paula says here, speaking of fuel, I spent $58 for 12 gallons of gas. See, my car's got a 18-gallon tank, 17, 18.
Mhm.
So it'd run me like in the 70s probably to top it.
Mhm.
Hey, Beth, I'm glad that you're here. Richard, that I think you and I might have covered this in a few days back. If I ever hit it big, and I mean lottery, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to be looking for a 1958 Cadillac Fleetwood 60 Special, and I kid you not, because if I'm going to go own me a 58 Cadillac, I'm going to do it right. That car's got chrome everywhere. And I might as well say it, on my social media platform on Facebook, a lot of the time I use a 58 Cadillac. I've got a couple pictures. I have a silver one or gray, and I have a black one. Sometimes I'll bounce around, and I also have a picture of a 57. But the 58 is my baby doll. I mean, it always has been.
Lots of great things came from 58, right, Richard?
Good music, good cars,
Richard,
good
Jan.
movies, TVs, Richard and Jan, Prince, Michael Jackson, Mackenzie Phillips. I can't really think of too many other people born.
Well, I'm not familiar with how much would be considered a good deal, but hopefully, are you saying you got a good deal at the 58? Is that good by you? Hi, Beth.
Okay, so I love old Cadillac cars. My grandmother had a great Cadillac that I love to drive. Yeah, nothing beats the old ones. Because if you're going to drive a Cadillac, do it right. Richard, gas is actually rather good. There's a gas station right over here, a BP. A regular tank of gas per gallon is $4.47 right now. So his price is actually beating me by 28 cents a gallon. Oh my word! Tracy says in
Adirondacks.
Yeah, I had to. That's it. Adirondacks. I had to look. Sorry about that. I had to look at that about 4 times.
That's okay, because in New York, that's how I know Adirondacks.
Yeah, so 486. See, that's high, and then in Maine it's 461. So I guess it varies depending on where you're at.
Yeah.
Which other platforms are you streaming from now? Now, Sunset, I'm going to go ahead and share this with you. I don't do it. I've only done it once. I have gone live on Facebook a couple of times. I have done that. And then all I do is I just wind up posting the video to YouTube. That way everybody can see it. But that's the only 2 that
I'm strictly
a YouTube.
Yeah. Well, it's just easier for me. That's all. That's the only reason, really.
Well,
I'm loyal.
having StreamYard,
yeah,
and having the ability to go to Facebook from here directly.
No, that's the wise way. You're doing it the right way.
I went YouTube the first time using their system, and I was just a hot mess. One minute I see myself, the next minute it disappears. Then I'm looking at something and
oh my gosh, that's awful. No, I love StreamYard, and this is not a paid sponsor or anything, but StreamYard, I have mentioned you an awful lot of times. Anybody from StreamYard watching, contact me. Just saying.
Yeah, someone tried to hack into my Facebook account in 2016, so I closed it out. I understand.
I'm not a fan of it either. I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah. Here's what you do. If I can just pass this along, if you ever decide you want to ever, reinstate a new one, always keep your password changed. Definitely keep those passwords to where only you know it. Nobody else knows it. No one in your family knows it. It's something that only you personal come up with, something that may pertain to only you that nobody else knows. Use something and make it difficult for somebody to crack. That's what I've learned. I have yet to be hacked on Facebook. I have not, thank God. But you got a lot of people that like to slip in through those loopholes. So that's why I'm sharing this information,
Sunset, can you please pass that through the screen for us to eat for dinner? We'd appreciate it.
Baked homemade cheese bread, cookies, and some chicken a day, all from.
Right? Just pass it right through the screen. Thank you.
Oh, that sounds really good.
I know.
And I had an all right lunch. I mean, I'm not complaining, but
everything always tastes better when someone else makes it. Don't ask me why. Hey,
So
Rose.
Rose says, "Hi, beautiful people. My gas is free. I will." Let me tell you something.
Love you back.
Um, Walking is the best. For those that don't know, I'll share it with you. I lost, and I need to get back into it again. The pandemic has kind of made me a little less active. I lost over 100 pounds walking. Do you believe that?
That's the
All
best
I had,
exercise ever.
all I would do is I'd get up every morning about 5:15, 5:20 before the sun comes up. Remember, I got this on my face. So I got to be careful.
Yeah.
And I would go walking. And by the time I came back, I'd walk about 2 miles there and back, round trip, maybe 2.5, something like that. When I was coming back, the sun was just starting to come up because I can only do things certain times of the day. And if I'm out in the sun, I have to be very, very careful with my face. These have been known to break and bleed, so I have to be very careful. So it, and like so I have to, I really do. It's not a fun thing
No,
to
no,
deal
no.
with.
What do you mean all keto? You mean what you mentioned, the food was all keto, Sunset, or whatever it was, just sounds great. Jan, my mother said the same thing about someone else makes it. It just does. Just
Mhm.
does.
Let's see. Richard says the only time I miss not having a car is when I go grocery shopping. Groceries can get hit. Oh, they can.
Yeah. Richard, do you have a shopping wagon? You know, a little cart? That would be very helpful.
Yeah, if you can take like some type of push thing or something that you can
Yeah.
pull behind you type thing, I don't see why that would be.
Don't worry, Tracy. You could do exercising from your chair. There are many videos on YouTube that you could check out, like exercising from your chair and some people from their bed. Whatever place you can exercise is the place.
Okay, Richard doesn't have a cart. No, he's right, especially when you start buying like juices or water or half gallon of milk because people don't realize liquid weighs. I mean, it's
Oh,
not
I'm
great.
sorry to hear that, Richard, because those bottles can be really. I hope that you don't have a bunch of steps to carry things up. That's my challenge since I was in the car accident. I have to hold on to banister, so therefore I can't carry bundles and not be able to hold on to banister because for me that's a no-no.
Hmm.
Can't
More
do
you
it.
walk, easier
Yeah.
after.
Well, I have my mobility issues
I
too.
have bad legs. I walked in my driveway and
And
walked
thank
off.
you for coming back, Tony. She said she couldn't stay away.
Yeah, I'm glad she came back.
Thank you.
Yeah, Richard, canned goods can get heavy, especially if you got about 10 or 12 in a bag. 8. Yeah, I know how that can go.
And that's true,
And
Rose. The more you do, the more you do. Yeah.
and again, when it comes, I'm just going to throw a little tidbit out. I've said it many times over in videos, but if you're going to go shopping for like canned goods, no, you don't have to buy brand name. You can get store brand. I can get store brand here for like 49.50 a can. Um, my peat my corn that I like cream style corn. I like my peas, my green beans. Um, you know, I'm not big, things like that. Your basic vegetables, 49.50 a can. There's
Yeah.
no real need to buy Del Monte or Libby's. Not and always read the labels. That's another good way to
That's
go
true,
about it.
Steve. And furthermore, it could be the actual same product in the can, just a different label.
Hmm. I just recently found out at the dollar store that dollar store brand bread is basically what was it? Somebody told me it was either Merita or Sunbeam brand. So you're or Sarah. No, that wasn't it. My bad. I take that back. Sara Lee.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody told me
Wow.
that dollar store bread is Sara Lee in different packaging.
Tuh,
And Sara Lee makes pretty good bread.
heck yeah. Tony has a grocery store 2 blocks away. Husband pushes the cart home and brings it back. Oh, good.
Oh, good deal. Okay.
Richard, can you do some online shopping to make your life a little easier? Maybe like the heavier things, get that delivered, and then you can walk and get your lightweight stuff, perhaps?
Yeah, that's something to think about.
Yeah.
No, he's right. The canned goods and like I said, the liquids, the milk, the juices, stuff like that. Yeah, they can get heavy. Store brand is just as good as name brand sometimes.
That's right.
True. Let's see, Sylvia. I live in a food desert area, no walkable supermarket. Oh,
Yeah, you remember that video? There was a video, Sylvia, that demonstrated about areas that have plenty of fast food in a short proximity, but try to find stores with like real food for whatever the reason they called it like food desert. I'm sorry to hear that, Sylvia. I hope you gain access to some,
mhm.
fresh foods and stuff because it's, so important.
No, I'm not referring to Instacart or anything like that, but there are places you can go. I'm just all right. I will say this. Many may or may not know this. I have not tried it, but you can go to Walmart online and you can put in an order for your groceries. Somehow, when you're on computer, it takes you up and down the aisles, and you can choose what you want. Add to cart, do it. While they'll go around the store and get everything you need. All you got to do is drive. Well, you got to have a car. Shoot. But anyway, I'll just finish the story. So you just go over there, pick up your groceries, and it's already done. You don't have to shop for it. It's already done.
Right.
All you got to do is they just open the trunk of your car.
That makes a big difference. Oh, it's totally the pickup. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, love you too, Sunset. Hope to see you back soon.
Love you too.
The problem with online shopping is you never know what the expiration dates are going to be.
Good point, Rich. Good point, Richard.
Let me fill in the blank here on that. Richard, I've bought some stuff. I know where you're going with that. And I have bought things in the past blind, not knowing when it expired. And yeah, you can get badly sick off of it. So you really gotta watch. So not everything, oh, I got my groceries and this and that. Yeah, but you gotta look and see when that expires because I'm picky about my food. Oh, I am. If it's expired, I will not touch it.
As you should be, as all of us really should be. Too much traffic out there.
One time, I'll tell you guys a little story. I went over to a friend's house and they were doing some type of chicken, for dinner. And I pick up this barbecue sauce. Now, keep in mind, I thought barbecue sauce is barbecue sauce. So I put it on my chicken. I eat it. Everything's good. Ate the chicken, the vegetables, the mashed potatoes, everything that. But let me tell you something. I got very, very sick off of that barbecue sauce.
Oh my gosh.
Boy, did I throw up like crazy. I was sicker than a dog. This
So
wasn't
bad.
recently. Yeah, this wasn't recently. This was about 20 years back. But I got, and then
I
I
bet you
found
never
out
feel the same way about barbecue sauce again, huh?
it's not that. No, actually, everything's okay with the barbecue sauce. I found
Well,
out
good.
later
Mhm.
I found out later that the barbecue sauce was expired.
Oh.
Barbecue sauce is made of tomatoes. What happens to tomatoes when they get too old?
That's awful. I'm sorry you went through that.
I didn't really notice the taste. I thought everything was okay, but no,
Mm.
that wasn't the case. Let's see.
And
I know.
that's an interesting point. People figure, oh, the thing's going to taste bad. You just proved that that's not true.
Mhm. Let's see. I bought. Let's see. Hold on. Before I get to that.
Philadelphia?
Yeah, they have a sugary beverage tax, and supermarkets don't want to deal with that.
Hmm.
Oh wow. See, I never knew that about Philly or in
Oh,
Pennsylvania.
that's interesting. Hmm.
So Richard said I bought a case of canned peaches from Amazon. Oh, I love those. They're really good. The 6 cans in the package were damaged. 2 cans were leaking. Amazon refunded the cost of those peaches with no hassle. Yes, if you one, I've got pretty good knowledge about customer service skills. So definitely, if you're unhappy in a case like that, that's on them. Not only did I'm glad that they refunded your money. Richard, let me throw in a little bit of a tidbit, and I pass this on to Janet because you've had some issues with Amazon and I've been there.
I
And what
know.
did I tell you to do? I said not only get the refund back, but ask for a little bit of a credit, like a
And they're good
$5.
for it. If your issue is legit, they will give you that little extra
Yeah.
pizzazz.
So the next time you have a little issue like that with Amazon again, Richard, say, hey, of course you might have to, again, the customer's always right. Definitely get a little bit of a credit back, because, the time and hassle that you had to go through with those 6 cans that you shouldn't have had to deal with. That's
Customer
on them.
service wise, I agree with you, Steve. Customer service wise, they are top notch.
Hmm. Oh, they are. Richard, it doesn't matter if you used your EBT card or not, because not that I'm trying, I have one. I use an EBT. I've purchased things on Amazon. I've bought groceries on Amazon. And what they'll do, they have your number. So all they'll do is just refund you back, the cost back to your card. And the credit thing, it'll work one of two ways. They'll either give it back to you in addition on your card, or they'll somehow give you, when you go to make a purchase again, at the bottom at the total, there'll be so much off. An additional cost that'll come off at the bottom of your total. I've dealt with that a couple of times. I was able to get a really good bottle of cologne one year for my birthday, and somehow I wound up with a $14 credit. It wasn't exactly the cheapest cologne, but it wasn't the most expensive. But it was a little bit out of my price range. But with that $14 saving, it helped me out.
Excuse me, Paula. Paula says, I was just going to say that, Jan. I beat you too. What about Amazon customer service? Is that what it was?
Okay, so Tracy says, I order my cat's food on Amazon, no issues. Okay, that's good. Now, I will say this about Amazon to all of you out there. If you put in an order early enough in the morning, of course, you got to spend a certain dollar amount a lot of the time. You can have it delivered later that day. You most certainly can, if you want it. I'm not talking about Amazon Fresh. Unfortunately, where I'm located, Amazon Fresh is not available. But the other stuff, the dry stuff, peaches, nuts, all of the other normal grocery things, drinks, liquids, not a problem.
Oh, about the barbecue sauce. Yeah. That's what
No,
you.
no, I still like barbecue sauce.
Mhm.
But keep in mind that was 20 years ago. not recent.
I have to try it in my meatloaf recipe in the future.
Now I have now I have a good meatloaf recipe, not the one that you did in your video, and you've actually tried my meatloaf recipe.
I love your meatloaf recipe too much.
Guys, I'm just gonna share it. Richard, listen to this, because I do think you do cross my mind. What you're gonna do is get your hamburger meat, and you're going to put your spices in that you like to use, your parsley, oregano, basil, Italian seasoning if you have it, whatever. Here's what this is where I come in. Take spaghetti sauce and add it to your meat mixture. Maybe 2-3 tablespoons, maybe. Put in some oatmeal. Watch what happens. When you form your meatloaf and you put it in the oven, slow cooker, oatmeal expands. So that meatloaf that you started with is going to be bigger by the time it's done. So that right there within itself is a meal
And just
saver.
so you, right, that's right, Stephen. Just so the folks know who've never tried it, they think they're going to eat a bowl of oatmeal inside of their meatloaf. Those oats vanish. It's just the meat. You're only getting meat, but moist, plump, juicy. So good. Wait a minute. Richard said something about making his own barbecue sauce.
It's not hard.
But wait, what about the cat food being scarce? Sorry to hear that, Tracy.
Yeah. I'm wondering if it might be like a certain brand or.
Hopefully that's a very temporary thing. Yeah. Richard, how do you make barbecue sauce?
It's not hard.
Steve, wait. I like the way Richard indicates even I can do it. Oh, Richard.
Paula, you should. And if you do, let me know what you think. It's really, like I said, that's not my recipe. What happened is my dad, God rest his soul, he was trying to figure out a way to make a meatloaf. He turned and looked at me and said, "Steve, I'm out of ketchup." He used to like to use ketchup in his. He didn't have it. I said, "Well, you can always use spaghetti sauce." Now, keep in mind, every now and again I'll get a wild hair up in me, and that's what I thought of. I said, "Try that."
It's really good. I loved it. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I highly recommend it.
People like to use breadcrumbs in an oatmeal. Like I've heard people like to use saltine crackers, which I've never done.
Mm-hmm.
But the oatmeal,
Yeah.
it makes your oatmeal it makes the meatloaf not only expand, more nutritious.
It does. It's plump and it's juicy. You don't taste oats. Like when you put oatmeal inside, let's say an oatmeal muffin, you bite into your muffin, you're not biting into a bowl of oats. You're biting into like a cake-like texture.
Mm-hmm.
Those oats vanish in the meat. Vanish.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
Okay.
Yes, Richard, you are funny. I
yes,
agree.
He is funny. Yeah, he's
what he
been
says,
pretty
even
good.
he could do it.
Yeah.
You mean even I could do it? I'm not much of a cook.
There's not it's not that hard to do. I know it takes ketchup and spices.
How do you get that smokiness in there? Who knows how to make barbecue sauce?
Let's see. It's all moist food. She eats pate iams. Yeah, iams can be a little tricky to find. Okay, Paula, do that. Yeah, I'm curious. Like I said, Jan has tried it, and she's head over heels about it.
I'm not just saying it because Steve's my friend. It's a great recipe. It's a great recipe. One day we were just hanging out on a video chat on a Sunday afternoon. And I said, I want to have meatloaf tonight, whatever. But and then you were talking about your dad's recipe. I says, you know what? I'm going to try it. Right in front of Steve's eyes. We were on video chat and I did it. It was like, I never want to go back. I love my meatloaf from the other day. I'll take both of them. I love them.
Yeah.
And it's so affordable, you know? Steve, I had meatloaf for breakfast the other day.
Did you?
I'm not kidding. It was so good. The next day I cut a slice, heated it up. I didn't want eggs. I didn't want
There's
toast. I wanted
nothing wrong with
meatloaf.
that. It's protein.
Uh,
Paula, you know what? I don't know if I've
oh,
ever done a recipe Tuesday on that.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to look and see, but if not, I can do that next week.
I think that makes a ton of sense. And even if you did that recipe a long time ago, which I don't remember that you did
I
actually,
don't either.
we just like spoke about it on a chat, but I don't think you did an official recipe Tuesday on it. No.
No.
Thank you very much for that reminder to Steve. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Let's see. Richard says barbecue sauce recipe is 1.5 cups of brown sugar, 2 cups ketchup. Let's see. What is that? Half teaspoon of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of liquid smoke. Combine all ingredients well. Okay. Well, okay.
I heard of liquid smoke, but I never saw liquid smoke.
Yeah. Then that ruled me out because I was sitting here
I don't know it.
trying to figure out how to do barbecue sauce, and one of the ingredients that came to my mind, I was thinking Worcestershire sauce. I don't know why I was thinking that, but you know,
Oh, good. I'm glad you said that half teaspoon of garlic powder, Richard, because I'm looking at it, I'm like, 5 teaspoon of garlic powder? I'm like, wow.
no, 0.5. 0.5.
Point. Oh, yeah. There is a point. Yeah.
I knew it was half. I knew where he was going.
Well, you did. Yeah. I'm like,
You know what, Richard? I'm gonna try your barbecue sauce recipe. That sounds really good.
Thank you very much, Richard.
Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna try that. And I like that smoky taste in it, because you have sweet barbecue sauce and you got smoky.
Right. It offsets it, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve, can you imagine your dad's recipe with the oatmeal and let's say cooked bacon already in it, the smokiness from bacon in the meat too? I can imagine that would be good with the barbecue sauce on top of the bacon too.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way Richard goes, even I could do that. He said it again. Richard, I bet you could cook much better than you let on. That sounds like a lot of liquid smoke. I'm not familiar with liquid smoke, so I wouldn't know what's, a lot or not.
I have never used liquid smoke. I know what it is.
Hmm.
I know what it is. You can buy it. Mm-hmm.
You could get that in the regular grocery store, liquid smoke? Oh.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yes, Paula sometimes puts bacon on top of the meatloaf. Wonderful.
That's it. I'm coming to your house. I'll tell you what. I mean, sausage. I'm going to just give you guys a little tip. If you ever want to make me breakfast, I am one of the simplest, easiest people to make breakfast for. I'll tell you what I like. Scrambled eggs and bacon. We're good. If you can do that, we will be best buds. I kid you not. I have the easiest, simplest breakfast recipe.
Amazing.
Bacon, scrambled eggs. I'm fine. If you liquids, it can be water. I like grapefruit juice. I like orange juice.
Oh, grapefruit juice. I love that.
Yeah. Let's see. Richard says his grandma used to put raisins in meatloaf. I refuse to eat.
Actually, my aunt used to do that with meatball. We couldn't believe it. Like, oh my God. So, but I tried it. It actually was okay. The raisins come out plump and sweet. You would think it's going to work against the meat, but think about how people eat ketchup on meat. That's a little sweet. Barbecue sauce is a little sweet. It actually worked out. It wasn't bad. Oh, you hate raisins. That's a different issue.
Oh, Paul asked me, well, my bacon, I don't like it like a I don't like it crispy, like a solid piece. I do like a little bit of flimsy to it, a little bit of give. But I don't like hard crispy bacon. I like it a little bit before that.
A little chewy, huh? That's what I
That's
like it.
it. Chewy, a
Yeah.
little chewy. Yeah, raisins is one of those yay or nay
You like
things.
it or you don't. He's right. Yay or nay.
Mhm. They're all right. I mean,
Do you like raisin bread, Steve? I love raisin bread. Oh my gosh.
it's pretty good. I'll tell you where the raisin bread comes in. I'm glad you brought this up.
Uh-oh.
Um, yeah, French toast.
Yes. Yes.
And you don't have to use the raisin bread. You can get cinnamon
Cinnamon
bread.
swirl, yes.
And during the holidays, you do have pumpkin swirl bread.
Stop. I missed the fall. Look, I like
Well, all
summer,
you gotta
but I
do-
missed the fall.
All you got to do is just beat up an egg or two. You got your bread. If
Mhm.
you don't have vanilla, you don't have milk, you can use coffee creamer,
Truth.
vanilla.
Yum.
I'll tell you what works good. International Delight, Cinnabon.
I don't
Add a
have
little
any.
bit of cinnamon, fry it up. You'll thank me later.
I will.
If you want. Let's see. Richard says he does like grapes.
Yeah, they're good.
You know what it is? It's really, I get that. You look at a dried up, shriveled old brown, the size of your pinky. You're looking up some. What I say? No, it is dried, shriveled up.
No. I was just thinking of a reference someone made to somebody
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, it is.
about wrinkles or something. Anyway, moving along. Paula says, "Me too, Jan. Loves cinnamon raisin bread. That is so good toasted. Oh my word."
It is good. And like I said, the French toast too.
Richard, do you freeze your grapes? I do. I freeze them on purpose as a snack.
I've done that. And
They're good.
cinnamon raisin bread also works good in bread pudding.
Tell me about it. I made that a couple of weeks ago. I have like video about that. It was good.
Mhm. Oh, she likes Paula likes frozen grapes in the summer.
Yeah.
I've done that before. I've done it.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
It's good.
We did something else in the freezer. What was it? I think it was it graham crackers?
Graham crackers and the whipped cream.
Whipped cream. Oh, a Cool Whip, to be precise. I think it was Cool Whip and graham crackers. Just put it in, freeze. Yum.
Richard said he does not.
Oh, okay. Did you ever try? Well, are you interested in trying it? Put a couple in the freezer, pop them in. They taste like little ice pops.
No, Richard, they are pretty good. I did it a few years back. Oh, sure.
Sure. I have
They're
a
not
whole
bad.
bunch in my freezer now. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could get up and get them, but that'll be tempted to eat them, and I don't want to spoil my dinner.
Yeah. Okay. Can't really.
Oh, good. You're going to try it? Oh, that's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, you just put a few in. Like if you have your normal grapes, just put 5 in. See if you like it. Ever hear of oat milk? As we know, real milk doesn't come from an oat, right? Of course. Yes,
Okay.
I heard of oat milk. Go ahead, Steve.
My only the only closeness or anything I've ever had with oat milk is one time I bought the kefir. I did a video on it, the probiotic. This was back in January. I bought an oat milk kefir, and I bought a regular. Um, it's not bad, Richard. It's not bad. The oat milk. It's a little bit different textured.
Hmm.
You will notice a difference between it and the regular milk, but it's not bad for what it was.
Is it
But I've
expensive?
never not not really, not really
So it's like almond milk or that type of, yeah.
soy milk. It's in that world. I'll tell you what is good. I had one time cashew milk.
Yeah, I heard you enjoyed that one. Yeah.
The only one I will not do is coconut milk. You heard
Oh,
me.
really? I know. Oh, man.
Yes,
I'm so sad to hear that because I love coconuts. It
that's a
doesn't
different
taste like
story.
it doesn't taste like coconut like we're used to it. Really? Was it bitter?
No,
Tart?
but I not real. I don't. I can't really
I'll try
describe
to.
it.
I'll try to figure it out. I'll try to figure it out.
Good luck with that. I'm not trying to be sarcastic or mean. I'm just being honest
Hmm.
on my end.
Hmm.
And you know me. If something tastes like that, figure it out.
Hmm.
Crap. I'll just say it. Um, I'll let you know. If it's not good, I'll tell you. If it's good, I'll tell you to try it.
Paula,
So
what is
far,
LaGuardia? What is LaGuardia? Just curious. Is that a store? Okay.
yeah, it's
Sorry,
beer.
Steve. You were saying.
Yeah, it's beer.
Okay.
Um, Richard, you and I the other day, we had
Yeah.
a little talk about that. I'm in the same world as you, as you already know. We did discuss that particular matter. Our upbringing. I don't like it either. I want nothing whatsoever to do with alcohol. I hate to be around it. It's not my thing. Um,
Oh, the airport you were referring to. Okay, Paula. Thank you.
I would like to try cashew milk, but Walmart is always out when I go to pick up my order.
Hmm.
Right. Yeah. LaGuardia is an airport. Hmm.
Yeah, in New York.
That's right.
Hmm. There's also a place in Manhattan called LaGuardia Place. That's why I wanted to make sure the distinction. That's
Oh. Oh, okay.
a
I knew
location.
the airport. I didn't know about the place. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a street in a village. Oh wow! I just got a fly. No, I don't want flies. It's
if,
your
if
sign of spring. Bye,
Paula,
fly.
if you ever get a chance to try the cashew milk, if you're ever able to get your hands on it, you will like it. I did enjoy it. It's been a few years, but I've tried it. I should maybe purchase it again. Let's see.
Richard Borough of Coney Island is in Brooklyn. Brooklyn, and Nathan's Franks are sold on Surf Avenue right before you go up to the beach.
If ever I ever make it back to New York again, I've been there twice. I'm going to Coney Island. Sorry,
Sure.
and hopefully I'll get lucky and see the hot dog guy eat all those hot dogs.
Yeah,
And you
that
said
was the birthplace of Nathan's Franks, that actual
you
location.
said Surf Avenue.
Yeah, Surf Avenue. Whenever you see
Okay.
that hot dog eating contest, they always show the exterior of Surf Avenue and Nathan's.
Hmm.
It's not a big place. It's a famous place, but it's not a big place. It's not a fancy place, but they make a darn good Frankfurter. Oh, condiment aisle, the liquid smoke, I'm assuming?
Hmm.
Okay. Interesting. Liquid
Well,
smoke.
I'm partial to three hot dogs.
Yeah.
I am a Nathan's, Sabrett, Hebrew National. Yes, I will forward a little bit more money to get the better hot dog. I don't do those 99-cent chicken, pork, bottom of the line.
If you're going to get a Frankfurter, just go for a few. And this is the person that likes to save money, but let me tell you, I like quality too. Oh, Steve, should I share with the world? I'm expecting a chair delivery tomorrow. That's going to be part of my next video.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah. New, brand new.
Paula, I certainly will. I will definitely. I like my hot dogs with mustard, a little bit of onions. Yes. You can throw a little chili on there if you want. I'm not too. I do like a good chili dog. I'm not. Let's see. Richard says, "Is oat and cashew milk healthy?"
They say it is. I mean, I don't know if any bad fats are in it or sugars, but who knows? Read the label. That's the only way I can figure it
You know
out.
what? Hold on just
Or
a
you want to
second.
look it up even if you want to check it out. I think Steve wants to check it out. Okay. But whoever watches that hot dog eating contest, I'm just curious, in July, on the 4th of July.
No,
And
Richard hit on a good one. I like what he
Well, it's a good
asked.
question while Steve's looking that up.
Absolutely.
I am
So
curious to know if anybody watches that contest besides me. I'll watch it, but I'm not watching it. Like, I'm fascinated, to see who's going to win that mustard belt, but I keep my head turned every time. I can't directly stare at it too long.
Yeah, Richard, I do. I'm with you. I do like the sauerkraut. Especially. I know I've been wanting to do more recipes on Recipe Tuesday with sauerkraut in them.
Yeah.
I just need to sit down and start because I've never cooked with sauerkraut before.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always a first for everything, but I do want to pull up some more sauerkraut recipes.
I like it with kielbasa. If the sauerkraut is caramelized with it and the thinly sliced kielbasa, oh my gosh, with some onions and peppers, try that. It's a very fast, easy meal, very affordable.
Okay, here we go. Here's oat milk. I'm going to give you the if it'll give me the.
Steve, I just want to mention something to Richard. Richard, you can actually get a video, and I'll show you last year's hot dog eating contest at Nathan's.
Well, according to this, the oat milk is 1.5 grams of fat, 120 grams of milligrams of sodium, 19 grams of carbs, 2 grams of dietary fiber, soluble fiber 2 grams, total sugars 4 grams, includes 4 grams of added sugar, and it's 2 grams of protein. And that's the oat milk. Now I'm going to look up the cashew milk.
So this so far sounds pretty healthy to me.
Right. Let's see. I'm going to look it up a certain.
Basically, it's the nuts sitting in water a long time, and it's extracted, the element. That's the basic recipe of those milks, nut milks. Mm-hmm. For real. Just that simple.
Right. I'm looking for it now. I would think the cashew milk is probably got a higher.
Not for anything, but anybody notice that water bottles the packaging is so flimsy? It makes so much noise.
Yeah.
Just a couple of years ago, they were a much heavier consistency plastic. This is noisy.
Well, let me see here. This shouldn't be much different.
Too much sugar for milk. Why do they put sugar in milk? It could be a naturally occurring sugar in the milk from the cow. I don't know if they add any sugar. That part I don't know.
Well, cashew milk, I've got it here, is 7 grams of fat, 1.5 grams of saturated fat, 5 milligrams of sodium, 9 grams of carbs, 1 gram of dietary fiber, 1 gram sugar. That would be the better choice. 3 grams of protein. No, Richard, I agree with you. Why do they need to put sugar in milk? You don't need it. Milk within itself is not sour.
Take care, Paula. Thank you for your time. Nice to see you.
No, he's right. You don't need You don't need sugar in milk. I don't see why you.
No, I agree. I don't know. I really just don't know. It's like they just give it out. I don't know. That's
All
why
right.
you got
Take
to read the
care.
labels. Really do.
Yeah. Take care, Paula. I'm glad you
So
tuned
nice
in.
to
I'll see
see
you
you
next time.
guys. Really.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like it's just. Oh, there's 8 online. Okay. That's great.
Well, this was a nice surprise. We didn't. This was an unplanned live.
Yeah, it was. And I didn't
We
know
just
what
got
topic.
spontaneous and said, "Let's go live and say hello to the folks for a few."
I didn't know what to say. A lot of the time when I come on live, I don't know what to say. And a lot of the time I turn it over to the subscribers. You want to ask something, ask me.
Yeah.
I don't mind. Believe you me, not everybody can ask me something. Unless I feel comfortable with you, I can be tight-lipped as
Yeah.
get out.
No, that's true.
If
I
I
could
feel
verify
comfortable
that.
around you, if I feel comfortable with you and the vibes are good and all that, maybe it's a Scorpio thing. I really don't know. I've heard it is. I'll open up to you like nothing. No problem. But if I don't feel comfortable around somebody, I can be quiet, standoffish.
Yeah.
It depends on the person.
It depends on a person. Richard says, "Do lives more often, Steve."
Okay. Done. I can do that.
I just want to say something. If every person that enjoys Steve's channel or even my channel really enjoys the channel, do your friend a favor that maybe doesn't know about this channel, our channels. Please feel free to share our videos because we're helping other people. And by you doing that, you're helping your friends and also helping us.
Right.
Don't forget to smash the like button on Steve's channel because YouTube algorithm recognizes that.
Yeah.
Jan,
So
do you feel safe walking by yourself in Brooklyn? Crime has increased in New York. Crime is an unfortunate fact of life. And as a lifelong New Yorker, I'm always on guard.
mhm.
No choice. Got to be. And that's in any place
like
in the world.
like the crime here in Jacksonville, again, I live in a town with 800,000 plus people in it. I don't mind walking certain times of the day.
Right.
Now, at night, that's a no-go with me.
Right. And
You can
sometimes people, you're right, Steve. Sometimes people invite themselves to not a good situation, like lurk in the streets, at odd hours is never, a great thing to do. Well, put
really
it this way, Mary.
900,000
Once
people.
I did. Go ahead, Steve. What was
Well,
that?
Richard's got the no. Richard's got the statistics of how many people are in Jacksonville. 900,000. I never knew it was quite that. Okay, then I must be a little bit. But no, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
like I said, when I came to Jacksonville, back in 1983, when I was about 8 years old, it was a different place altogether. It was, I didn't mind walking at night, but now, yeah, right.
Parking, right? And an answer to Mary's question, parking in the city is extremely expensive. So sometimes you're just better off ditching the car. And if need be, you just call an Uber or
That's
Yellow.
like downtown. That's like downtown. A majority of downtown, you have to park your car next to a parking meter, and even the cost of parking has jumped. I don't know what it is now. It used to be like a couple of dollars. I don't know what it is now, but
No, parking is ridiculous. It's like a rent.
898,000 people. Just think that's how many people lives in my town.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I
Tell
never
me about
realized it. My my wish, I have nothing wrong with Jacksonville. I personally would rather just live outskirts of Jacksonville in another small town, lesser people, like 10, 20,000, something like that. And if I ever had to commute to Jacksonville, of course, see, I'm a morning person. I would much rather do my errands 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. By 1:30, I'm done.
Right.
That's me.
I don't blame you. It's also more convenient too. Yeah, you got rush hour, and then you're stuck in traffic. If you go late, better off knocking it out of the ballpark before 2, 3 o'clock.
That's just it. I know when to leave in the morning and I know when to come back. I
Right.
know this town too well, so I know how that works. So Richard says parking meters in Green Bay, Wisconsin no longer takes coins. You have to scan the meter.
Yeah.
Oh, with your smartphone. I get that. You got that barcode and you hold it up, click. And I think that's how you keep track of your time. I live in Plattsburgh, New York. We don't have that many, but crime has risen. I think crime has gone up everywhere, especially
Yeah,
since the pandemic.
Yeah, it's an everywhere thing. You're right. Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Steve, for myself, I want to tell you guys it was so fun being here. But unfortunately, I personally have to leave within 2 minutes.
So do I.
So
Yeah, I'm gonna.
we thought we'd be on about 15 minutes. How long have we been on? An hour and 11.
Breathe, Jan, breathe. Right. Yeah. Richard, there's nothing wrong with a flip phone. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
A flip phone is much simpler. You open it up. The only place you might have a little bit of an issue with a flip phone is when you go to text somebody. That can take a little bit longer because you got to tap, 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 tap. So I've had flip phones in the past. My longtime friend still has a flip phone. You know, they're definitely convenient.
It was nice to see this. Population where you live, Mary, is 5,145, if I'm reading this right. East Texas. Oh, how sweet. That's so sweet.
That's like a town that I wouldn't mind living in.
City of New York, 8 million plus.
8 million people? Wow.
Yes. Yes. Listen,
All right.
love everyone. Thank you again, Steve. Everyone have a safe, sweet night. Keep watching our videos because we're trying to help, not because of any other reason. We try to give helpful tips and tricks, okay? If there's anything to listen to, that's the reason, okay? We hope we're helping someone, even one a day.
That's right. If you reach one.
Steve and I, right. That's how we feel. One a day. We did our job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I look at it this way, Steve. If we reach one person per day, 365 days a year, there you go. Thanks again, everybody.
Yeah, good seeing everybody. Bye, Richard. Bye, Tracy. Bye, Mary, Sylvia, everybody that's tuned in. I know Sunset left a while back.
Everyone who tuned in, thank you so much.
Was able to tune in. Right. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. And yes, I will consider very highly doing more lives. And, you know, if I have a way of letting any of you know, I'll definitely do that. So be on the lookout. All right. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you next time. Bye.